Well, RICERCAR started really as a question around what would it be like to form a theatrical work based on a piece of music. We see a lot of theatre based on Euripides and Shakespeare and established writers and stories that have that are stories. And what would it be like to take a piece of classical music and create a theatre work from that?
I guess that we've always made theatre that has music and shape and sound within it. We don't necessarily call it musical theatre. Like for us, it takes some other form. But looking at a composer's work, so really we started with Bach's 48 preludes and fugues, the well-tempered clavier, so that's 96 bits of music.
That's right, 96 pieces of music, and that was it was really like this magnificent, 2 books of magnificent preludes and fugues, this keyboard music which was so definitive at the time, which was absolutely defined what we now know as modern harmony, the keys, major and minor. These things hadn't really existed until this moment, when they were defined, and suddenly you could play in all of these keys with this temperament. And that was a fantastic moment. It was a cosmic shift in music.
I dare say, mathematical precision.
Mathematical precision.
Which, from our theatrical background, is quite foreign to us.
Yeah, that's right.
We've never worked in mathematical equations before.
That's right.
We've never worked in 2s and 12s and 24s and 48s and 96.
Yeah.
In theatre, you sort of have to say walk through the door, and
that's right.
if the actor walks through and it looks all right, then
good.
you go, that's great. Yeah. Let's move on.
But also we're about improvising and jamming. And rock and roll. That's where our music comes from. So it's almost like, what is this medium? What's the rock and roll in Bach?
Yeah.
That's the question. What is what rocks about Bach?
Yeah.
And he does, because we feel when we listen to that music, it takes us to another place. And then what is it like to experience that with other people in a theatre?